time for another Fiddlehead fiddle lesson. We will now learn the song Greensleeves. I'm going to play the whole thing, kind of a mid-tempo, and then we'll learn it together after that, note by note, putting together a few notes to make a phrase, getting that phrase, building the phrases into a bigger part, and before you know it, you'll know the whole tune. And then if you haven't been to Fiddlehead, done one of these lessons before, that's how we do all the songs. We just kind of slowly learn them that way. And you cannot fail if you do this stuff slowly and patiently and just enjoy each little part that you learn. Don't be in a hurry. Okay, here's the tune. Okay, so we're going to start by building up the first phrase, and then we're going to loop it, play it over and over again until you can just play it without even thinking. And I really believe with a lot of tunes, especially this one, if you get one phrase down, it unlocks the whole tune. In this phrase, I think, in this tune, the first part will make if you get it, what's really good about it is that the basic rhythm of the entire tune, da 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 da, is just repeated in different ways. But if you can really feel that through repetition, I think the rest of the tune might be a little easier for you. So the first note is A low 2, okay, and then we're gonna go. That's a long short. And then after that we go to open E, and we're going to go to, after that, to low 1 on E, and then open E again. And the rhythm is, I'm slurring the first two, but you don't have to do that. Okay, so this is how the whole first bar sounds like, or the first phrase, if you'd like to think in terms of phrases. I'm not doing the pickup yet, because I just want to loop this. This will loop nicely, and like I said before, you'll get a really good feel for the rest of the tune if you do it. So I'm just going to start looping it. You come in when you're ready. Okay, thanks for doing that, and I think you could even practice that more. You may think you know it, but seriously, if you get this one phrase down, it will unlock the tune. So you may think this is ridiculous, but I encourage you to pause right now and really practice that on your own a little bit. All right, thanks for doing that. And another reason why I think that's a good thing to practice is because for a lot of more beginning fiddlers, the low 1 position is hard. And so if you've gotten used to regular 1, it's kind of just awkward. The finger will feel more compressed on low 1. So if you really get that practice, I think the rest of the tune will come easy. Okay, now let's move on. Finally, you're thinking, finally he's going to stop talking and play the rest of the song. A3 to A1. That's long short. Followed by starting D3 to open A to 1 on A. Here's that again, D3, A1. That's the whole second bar. So here's the first 2 bars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's actually a good little piece to loop too. All right. Maybe you could try that on your own. Loop that a little bit. I'll play it twice right now. Cool. So just to be clear, that's not how it happens in the song. We did it twice for practice, okay? And now, let's see, I'm gonna add the pickup to that. So the pickup's just an open A leading into it, and it sounds like this. Here it is again. I'll count you in 5. Pickup comes in on 6. Try to do it with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, good. You're unsure about that. Pause, rewind, and practice. Okay, moving on. Let's see, we're gonna do, so we just did, that was the first quarter of the A part. Second quarter, I'm gonna play the whole thing. All right, so the second quarter begins A low 2, long to open A. Now here's something tricky. We're gonna go open A to D high 3 to A. That's kind of hard for beginning fiddlers. Maybe just first find that D high 3. See if you can tune it to mine. Now here's that part. So here's the whole third bar. All right. That's followed by A1 to D high 3 to D1. Okay, so here's the whole second quarter again. All right, gonna take it from the beginning now. First half. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, let's move on. The third quarter is the same as the first, with the pickup and everything. All right, so you got that. See, aren't you glad I made you practice it over and over again? Hopefully you did it. Okay, and hopefully it feels like fun doing these little phrases over and over again. That's what I really want you to do, is have fun playing one little thing, not the whole song maybe, just really enjoy the sound of one little thing. And before you know it, you'll know the whole song as well. And now the last quarter of the A part, the whole thing is... which is also the last quarter of the B part. So if you get this down, you're already 1/4 of the way on the B part. So here's that again. Fourth quarter starts A low 2 to 1 to open A. And then we go to D high 3 to D2 to high 3. I slur it. But I change it all the time. Sorry, I'm a little inconsistent with how I slur. All right, so I think that's a hard part for beginning fiddlers. That might be a part to stop and practice. And then ending on open A. Or I think it just... is a better last way to do it. So the whole fourth quarter again. Here's the second half of the tune with the pickup. Now I'm gonna do the entire A part with the pickup. I'm gonna count you in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, if you're unsure of any of that, take a moment to pause, rewind, and review. All right, glad you made it this far. Now let's move on to the B part. I'm gonna play the first phrase, starts E low 2. Just find that note, listen to it, just play it, listen to it. Enjoy just the sound of one note. Why hurry through this tune? All right, now the next phrase, the whole first bar is. So it's a little easier. 2, 1 open, starting low 2. Here's again. It's kind of like the chorus. Greensleeves was all my joy. All right, so the next bar starts A3 to A1. And those last 3 notes are D3, open A1. So the second bar. Here's the whole first quarter again of the B part. 1, 2. Okay, I think this is a good part to loop a little bit because it's all, this first quarter is also the third quarter. Again. Again. Good, thanks for doing that. I recommend pausing and doing it more on your own, but for now, we're gonna just continue with the tune. The second quarter, I'm gonna play the whole thing, then break it down. So it's A low 2 to open A. Long, short, and then back to this A to high D3 to A idea again. So the whole third bar. Fourth bar starts A1, goes to D high 3, and then D1. Here's the second quarter of the B part. Well, I hope this is not annoying, but I'm going to ask you to loop it again because that D high 3 is so hard. Maybe I should have asked you to loop it earlier. Maybe I did and I forgot. Let's do it right now. Again. One more time. If there's one thing I want you to get from these lessons is to do that, just that. Loop things until they sound like music, until you're not even having to calculate what you're doing, you're just playing. That's really what I hope you can do, is just play music. And so, and looping is so powerful. You can loop much smaller things. We could have just looped or this idea. And so on. So if you take those things to heart, you can learn any music with a few simple practice ideas. All right, let's finish the tune. Sorry for talking so much in this lesson. Third quarter, same as the first that you know already perfectly since you looped it so many times. Fourth quarter, same as the fourth quarter from the A part, which you know amazingly well because you looped that so many times. Thank you for doing so. Here it is. All right, let's do the whole B part. Count you in, there's no pickup. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think the very last part might just be if you're following the vocal, but forget I said that. Just do or whatever. It doesn't really matter. Just an open A. You can add any rhythm or one long note. It's whatever you feel like. Sorry for being wishy-washy on that. Okay, well, if you're still with me, we're just gonna do the whole tune. I'll just talk about, before we do the whole tune, just some bowing ideas. I'm going to try to talk more about bowing at the end of the lessons. I feel like I've been neglecting that in a lot of these, but so an easy way to do a lot of the tune is to kind of slur in like kind of triplet groups. So like down, up, down, up, down, up. I won't go through the whole tune, but I think you get the idea. Down, 2, 3, whatever the notes are. Some of it, sometimes it's awkward. Like, you have to slur across the string, depending on your proficiency. Now, you don't, again, this is kind of a harder thing to teach because there's so many ways to do it. And you may feel like doing it a different way each time you do the tune. So, I mean, you could do separate bows there. That's a real big way to vary things in fiddling is how you bow, how you slur, how you accent, and it's very subtle. And it's also, I find, hard to teach because, you know, there's not really a wrong way. You can do all separate bows. And it can sound awesome. So I mainly try to give students ideas on how to slur, and then kind of say, it's up to you. Do it, you can experiment. And that's kind of the fun of fiddling. It's like you're a scientist in there doing little experiments, and you do one little thing different every time. All right, so as promised, I'm just gonna do the whole tune, maybe a little slower. There will be a play along track for this, for you, a whole separate video for you to listen to and play along with. There'll be basically a guitar and a beat, it's like a simple beat, and it'll just a fun way for you to practice, okay? So here it goes. Count you in 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time on the Fiddlehead Fiddle Channel. So long. Thanks for